What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, after blowing a double-digit lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves, ultimately losing in overtime, yesterday the Warriors lose by, I believe, 17 to the Denver Nuggets. They're now 26-26 after 52 games. They are a pathetic 7-20 on the road. Their championship aspirations are about done. Okay, I don't see them turning around. They've shown no signs of it. This team is destroyed psychologically. Yes, there's been some injuries. Yes, they lost some pieces. But the situation with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole precipitated this situation. And there's been other things going on. But I'm sorry, though. Look, at the end of the day, this team, who are the defending NBA champion, deserve more criticism than what they're getting from the media. Look, when the Lakers were defending champions and they were struggling down the stretch in 2020-21, ultimately losing in the first round to the Phoenix Suns, as much as I criticize LeBron James, others, and in the mainstream media critique that team. Critique them. One of the worst showings for a defending champion in the history of the NBA. But right now, I think the Warriors are what, ninth? Ninth in the Western Conference? And if it wasn't for so many terrible teams in the Western Conference and in the NBA in general, they'd be much lower than this. I mean, 26-26, I would have never guessed that the Warriors have been this awful. And also, I can't help but think that this season has been another indictment on Steve Kerr. Why has he had so many of these seasons? I mean, they tell us they forced Steve Kerr into a top 15 all-time list, which he don't belong in as far as coaching is concerned. They say he's a top 15 all-time coach, but I can't see it because at the end of the day, it's not like this Warrior team does not have talent. They're too good to have that terrible a record, even with all of the inner turmoil. Steve Kerr consistently gets outcoached. Consistently. Let this have been Doc Rivers or Tyronn Lue in these situations and see if people don't call that shit out with them. See if people don't call them out for underperforming as a coach. Now I get it. Steve Kerr, 5-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA champion with the Warriors as the head coach. But when you have a team that has Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and you had Kevin Durant, and you had all these other great players playing that system, a lot of that is not you. A lot of that is not you, bro. We've seen that it's the system. We've seen that it's the players. We saw Luke Walton coach this team while you were gone. We saw Mike Brown coach this team while you were temporarily not coaching. So it's not Steve Kerr's brilliance. He's not Phil Jackson. He's definitely not the architect and team builder and talent seeker that Red Auerbach was. He's a lucky dude that's been extremely lucky over the past 30 years. After a career of barely being able to hang on into the NBA Luckily for Steve Kerr, there was a trend in the NBA for three-point shooting, a need for three-point specialists, even if coming off the bench, and he found the role of a lifetime going to the Chicago Bulls shortly before Michael Jordan would come back and play in the NBA. Then after his playing career was over, he was, to me, gifted a front office position by the Phoenix Suns when he probably wasn't qualified for the role. And then, when Mark Jackson was unceremoniously fired, probably because of his religious beliefs and some other beliefs, the job was given to Steve Kerr. They went on a magical run. He made some tweaks. And all of a sudden, Steve Kerr is a genius. Well, where's this fucking genius this year? Where was this genius when Klay Thompson's out? To all the Steph Curry fans listening, why is it when Klay Thompson isn't playing that this team just isn't the same? Since all the credit's always given to Steph Curry and Steve Kerr any fucking way. Someone needs to ask these questions. Why is Steve Kerr getting so many passes? I don't want to hear about what he's done in the past. This isn't about his resume in the past. It's about this year. Why hasn't he gotten it done this year? And I don't care, once again, about the championships that he's won in the past. Like you people say, a lot of you people say, when we used to bring up Doc Rivers' championship, what does that got to do with this year? Well, I don't give a fuck about how many championships Steve Kerr has won playing and coaching Hall of Famers. What's going on this year? What's going on this year? What's wrong? Michael Jordan not there to save you this time? Scottie Pippen can't save you? Huh? Tim Duncan's not walking through that door? Derrick Robinson's not walking through that door? Steph Curry not able to pull that jumper out his ass like he used to? Klay Thompson not the same anymore? Draymond going around bullying motherfuckers on the team? Jordan Poole, even though he's been playing better, still ain't the same since that punch heard around the world? Is the team phasing you out? Have they outgrown you? That's all I want to know.